People are designed, D-E-S-I-G-N-E-D, designed by nature through the process of evolution. Evolution. E-V-O-L-U-T-I-O-N. Evolution. And people are designed this way. People are designed in such a way by nature through the process of evolution to seek their own well-being. So that, in other words, it's normal, N-O-R-M-A-L, normal. It's normal for people, or for somebody, for a person to want to cut to the front of the line at the supermarket, or win the lottery while other people lose the money they spent on lottery tickets. And or be served rather than serve others. Be served by others rather than serve others. That's totally normal. And also to want to live rather than die. And to preserve their own self rather than do the exact opposite and see to it that they are not preserved, that their own self is not preserved, that their life is ended. And we often refer to this as suicide. But at any rate, people are designed, and each individual person is designed by nature through the process of evolution to want to be on top of the food chain. But the other way that a person is designed is by nature through the process of evolution is that they have a sense of, or the ability to have the potential, or the potential to have the ability, either way, to be aware of their own self and of then have some opinion about, or have an awareness of an opinion about, or a meaning that they will in their mind or in their minds ascribe to anything that they encounter, so that it's normal for a person to, because they're designed by nature through the process of evolution, it's normal for a person to feel a certain way about other people. But it's also normal, like, to just have an opinion, they would say. They would say, well, I just have an opinion about this person. But what they really mean is, I feel about that person in one way because of X, whatever that is. Could be their skin color, it could be that their gender is one way or another thing. It could be that they're from one side of the border or that side of the border. Could be because they don't have the same kind of shoes on that you have on, or whatever it is. But people are designed by nature through the process of evolution to have opinions, or have the potential to have the ability to, or have the ability to have the potential to have opinions, but also to be aware of their own selves, and their own mind and their own minds in the process of, and that they are part of the process of creating that, not only definition or meaning of that thing that has been encountered in that space, but also that very space, because all of that space takes place in the mind. No matter where a person is physically, there's always the space of the mind, and that could be one thing or another thing, depending on, sometimes depending a lot on the physical state, but certainly on what a person's encountered, both physically and mentally. But people are designed this way to have an awareness. They're designed by nature through the process of evolution to have an awareness of who they are in the process, and that they are a person, or at least a thing that is part of the process. At least that. But people are designed to want to be on the top of the food chain, but they're also designed with to have the potential for, to have the ability to, or to have the ability to have the potential for having an awareness and a sense of not only that they do fit in, but a sense of wondering where they fit in and how they fit in, and not only that, but why they fit in. And so, generally speaking, these are generally presented terms. But people feel the way they feel because of factors X, Y, and Z, or whatever they may be. But once they feel that way, then they also have a choice in what direction they'll act, beginning with the mind. And sometimes they don't have the same choice as other people, and sometimes they don't have the same choices even they themselves may have had in the past, or might perhaps have in the future. Because based on a person's experiences, their mind will, and expectations and values and so on and so forth, their mind will allow only certain options as choices that are viable within the parameters of the definitions and borders and values and affiliations and sense of ability to negotiate or accommodate any given space or any part of a space. So people are designed to also have the ability to, or the potential to have the ability to, or the ability to have the potential to be able to put limits on themselves based on what it is that they want. So that not only is a person designed by nature through the process of evolution to want to be on the top of the food chain, but they're also designed with the ability to sense a direction that they might need to go, including lowering themselves on the food chain, or allowing themselves to become lower on the food chain, or doing the exact opposite of what it is that they were designed as, or designed to do, so that they can obtain something that they want that is greater than, in their mind at least, that is greater than that thing that they are losing, or the cost that they are paying, the price they're paying, the cost of the thing to obtain the thing that they want. And that's why when Jesus died on the cross, as they say, if you believe that story. It doesn't matter where he died, but Christians say that he died on the cross. And it helps people to remember that when they see the cross. That there is a trade. On the one hand, Jesus did the exact opposite of what a person does that is normal. And on the other hand, he did what he did as part of a calculated and well thought out plan of purchase or trade, one thing for another. Jesus purchased the freedom of everything, the universe, everything reconciled, everything perfected, everything brought into perfect alignment and perfect attunement. And then now you have not only perfect alignment and perfect attunement with the universe, with nature, with God. That now the process of evolution continues so that it is out of sync with what is normally thought of as being normal in the world. And so while it is normal for people to behave in a way that where they seek to be the top of the food chain, it is normal for the Christian to seek to be on the bottom of the food chain so that they can get what they really want, which is to be like Jesus. And that is the ultimate goal of every Christian, is to want to be like Jesus or to be like Jesus. And that's why Christians behave in the way that they do. That's why they're actors, because it's their job to act like Jesus so they can get what they want, which is that they're like Jesus. And, of course, that's not considered normal by the standards that we understand as standards of being normal in the world. But in terms of, is this the normal way a Christian behaves? Yes.